What is up? What is up? We black. What is up, this dick? What is going on? I know a lot of motherfuckers is out right now watching the clown ass debate, seeing who they gonna run to the polls and vote for. Well, it's a goddamn scam, clowns. Man, what is going on? I'm your boy, Warren G, the place to be. Been clowning sucker free since 2003. No, ain't no finessing me on this bitch. And ain't no clown ass shit going on over here. Shout out to everybody that's at the Court Plantation right now. It's getting dark than the motherfucker now. I hate that shit. Now we about to lose an hour of sleep. Shout out to everybody that's at the Court Plantation right now. As long as you ain't, yes sir, no sir, boss. Yeah, I get right on that. You want me to jump off the building and break my neck? I got you, boss. As long as you ain't doing that, you're all right with me. But if you're doing that shit, guilty, nigga. Can't fuck with you. Shout out to all the motherfuckers that's out there handling business. Ain't being finessed. Hey. Shout out to all you motherfuckers that know about voting and know that voting is a scam. There's a book called Vote Scam. I want to get that book. I got that book. I got the reference of that book from Professor Griff. He did a whole podcast about it, and I was looking it up and reading it. I want to get that shit. Voting is a scam, and all you motherfuckers, this is all theater that they putting on, so I just thought I would jump in here real quick and start talking about it. So shout out to everybody that's at the Court Plantation right now working their ass off. Shout out to all you finessing ass motherfuckers And to the working class motherfuckers that get up and make an honest living, whether you're slanging your dick or slanging coke. Hey, give yourselves a hand. Give yourselves a hand. Because ain't nobody else going to give it to you. Hey. And shout out to all you motherfuckers that know that there is a necessary evil that's taking place right now that we got to deal with. And you got to know how to battle this goddamn anti-black racism and racism, white supremacy. You got to stay focused. So all you motherfuckers that ain't out there that's focused, get your vision for it. And write on that motherfucker. Hey. And shout out to the motherfuckers that's got some Gucci slippers on with a Gucci belt, with a Gucci shirt that's at the goddamn bus stop right now. Shout out to all y'all. Priorities. I don't know. I get it. Do what you gotta do, my nigga. Look fly. And shout out to all you begging ass niggas too. And they everywhere too. It ain't just the bums either. Shout out to all you new and improved bums in 2020. Motherfucker have on nice clothes and everything. And will goddamn be like, hey, my brother, can I pump your gas for you? Nah, man, I'm good, bro. Oh, man, you got a couple of dollars to spare? Man, nah, I'm good, man. I just seen you in there buying gas. Nigga, that's for me. Begging ass nigga. So shout out to all you hustling, begging ass niggas that will hustle a nigga to death. And beg, shit. Beg for anything that they got. So shout out to y'all. Hey. And shout out to all y'all women that's out there trying to airmail y'all pussy hole. A lot of you bitches out here, if you could, you'd take your pussy off, put it in a box, and put next day air on the shit and ship it to a motherfucker and charge a nigga to finger fuck it. God damn. So shout out to all y'all. Shout out to all you motherfucking. Shout out to everyone that is oppositional of the bullshit. Be a contrarian if it's some bullshit. If it ain't no bullshit that makes sense and you just still want to be a contrarian, then I don't know what to tell you, nigga. Hey. And shout out to all you other motherfuckers that don't believe in the job but don't believe in doing nothing else either but sitting around. Don't even want to slang your dick. Don't even want to do shit. Just want to sit around the house and watch TV with your thumb up your ass and smell it. So shout out to y'all. You about to get into it. Hey. Let me cut this shit down. Man, there's a lot of shit going on, man. But like I said, I know it's a bunch of motherfuckers right now like, man, I'm going to go vote. I was checking out the goddamn, I was checking out the 2020 vote. It's a scam. I just wanted to talk to everybody about it because I know everybody's watching this shit right now. So I ain't gonna be on too long because I got other shit I got to do. But I'm telling you right now, if you out there thinking that going to go vote is gonna help you, and listen to these motherfuckers thinking that they gonna change their story. First of all, the thing that I will give Donald Trump is he don't give a fuck. He gonna say what he mean what he say, and he don't give a fuck. But I will tell you about Mr. Trump and Mr. Biden. They're one and the same. That's why it's a scam. And it's so funny that they give you your selection. It's not a selection that you picked. Now, if we count all the presidents, with the exception of Obama, if we just remove him from it, every other president has been white. So how's that a choice that's suitable for black folk? You tell me. Because if it's a choice suitable for black folk, let's see. Our economic base would be better. We would have moved the narrative from 90% of the nation's wealth being held in the hands of the white dominant society to maybe 15 to 20% of the nation's wealth being held into the hands of black folk instead of 1.1225%. And don't nobody else see anything wrong with it. That's why motherfucker could tell you to go out and go vote. And black folks, stop arguing other niggas down because they don't want to go vote. Oh man, our people died. But stop using Frederick Douglass and Harriet Tubman and Denmark Vesey. Them motherfuckers didn't give a fuck about no vote. Look, let me tell you what them people wanted to do. They wanted to eradicate racism, white supremacy, and establish a system of justice. That's what they want to do. That's why Nat Turner went on that spree that he went on. Because he's like, nah, fuck this. Man, this Bible ain't safe. That's why you need to listen and read Dirty Bookman's prayer. As he says, the white man's God asks him to commit crimes against us. So, man, what the fuck? Now, that ain't our God. Because this is some bullshit they got going on. But here you go. You got motherfuckers give you this whole tongue in cheek. Hey, man, you got to go vote, man. We got to get Trump out of there. So that's why everybody got everyone fooled. They got, look, man, it's all a scam. Why you saying that, Warren? Because, look, if you don't think it's a scam, then why is it they get a chance to pick the two? And why is it we got to pick between racist and more racist? Anti-black racist and more anti-black racist. Because that's all it is. Both of them can't stand niggas. But one is more vocal about his anti-black racism versus the other one is overt. No, one is overt and one is covert. The covert one is Joe Biden. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, motherfucker act like he for black people. He don't give a goddamn about no. He has no fucks to give for black folk. He don't care. This is all theater to them. To appease whoever they can appease. But if you notice, Kamala Harris, nobody has presented a specific agenda for black folk. Nobody. No one. Kamala Harris talking about lift all ties. Man, that's like lift every voice and sing, man. Fuck all that. And fuck all these singing these goddamn hymnals and Negro spirituals and shit. And talk about getting good trouble. And man, fuck all that, man. That's the problem. And then y'all letting all these white dominant society, LBGTQ, LMNOP, XYZ motherfuckers infiltrate our movement. And they start talking about some Ellen DeGeneres shit. It's like, hey, man, hold on. I got love for, hey, my black LBGTQ, LMNOP, XYZ, I got love for you. Don't even trip. Don't ever trip off that shit. But you got to come on this side of the fence. You can be LBGTQ. You just got to be on my side. You got to be on black folks' side. You black first. Stop. We have to stop identifying with what they give us first and then our skin color second. As if nobody can see the skin color, but they can see that you're moist all over. Yeah, we might see you sashaying and switching and all this bullshit, but you're still black. Ask Ed Buck, as he done killed several niggas, giving them crystal meth where they get so high and probably fucking with they bussy holes and then choking them to death. And ain't nobody said nothing about this shit. Nobody. If you're watching Power right now, it's so funny because they want to prosecute Ghost's wife, Tasha, but they don't want nobody bringing up any of Ghost's past because he was connected to the Democratic Party. It's a very, very, very good, I would say, scene setup of what is going on right now. Because they don't give a fuck about that shit. They just got y'all niggas think they give a fuck. They don't care about no niggas. If they cared about niggas, trust and believe you me, they would already given us an agenda. And Joe Biden, you notice he never went back on the Breakfast Club after that first interview. Well, if you don't vote for me, then you ain't black. Oh, that's his time. That's his time. His handlers was like, all right, that's his time. And he never went back on the Breakfast Club. They like, fuck the Breakfast Club. We don't need them. That's a fact. But you know why? Let me tell you why. Because why would they care? They've already showed that all we got to do is the Democratic Party dressed up in kente cloth. First of all, kente cloth, what the fuck are y'all doing? Second of all, change the laws and policies that protect these race soldiers so you can start pressing charges against them so they can stop killing unarmed native black foundational Americans. Why don't you do that? Just like, look at the Breonna thing. They found an officer guilty because he shot into her house and it went to a white neighbor's apartment. Not because they killed Breonna. That's why they hurried up and gave her that $12 million. That's why motherfuckers gotta stop looking at, how many times I told you about Ben, Mighty Joe Young, Crump, and Lee Merritt? These dudes is ambulance chasers who's out there brokeraging deals between us and the dominant society. So he's basically auctioning off a black life to the dominant society. They pay him, and then he gets paraded like he's a civil rights attorney. He's not no civil rights attorney. He's a settlement attorney. He just wants the bread. And then that's why he always got, look, just like Jacob Blake's dad. First he went on there banging on white people. And then they put the mom on, his wife, Jacob Blake's mom. Then she's talking about forgiving everybody. Then I noticed they didn't talk to the dad anymore. And then when they did talk to him, this nigga was talking about, I just want to pray. And it's like, here we go with this shit again. So that means somebody must have sat him down and said, you're going to fuck up the bag. So let's just try to get some type of settlement so you can be in a better place, even though your son can't never walk again. Because, it's just all this. See, that's the problem with racism and white supremacy. There's always somebody willing to cut a deal. See, we got to be united and stop. Well, we can't just not hold your. Yes, you can leverage your vote and not vote. What you vote for? I already played Dr. Clyde Anderson so many times. I played it and I talk about him all the time. And what does he say? Vote? Vote for what? What are you voting for? Are you voting for a black agenda? Or you just vote for somebody that you like? Politicians are not meant for you to like them. They're meant for you to lease and rent them. That's it. When you start getting attached to these motherfuckers, that's when you've lost the game. The Korean men, the Chinamen, the Vietnamese men, the Cuban, the Dominican, the Latino men, they don't vote because they like a politician. They vote in the interest of their racial group. But motherfuckers be always talking this bullshit, talking about, yeah, man, you better go vote, man, because if you don't vote, man, I'm telling you, it's going to be fucked up, man. You should go vote. Man, vote for what? That's the problem, man. You don't even know what you voting for, and you too busy listening to a motherfucker tell you to go vote. Stop. Let me see if I can get some footage. Let's see if I can get some footage. And get some audio of them. Let me see if I can get some audio of this debate between Joe 94 Crime Bill Biden and Donald Trump. Let's see if I can get some.
Supreme Court Justice, radical left.
Will you shut up, man?
Listen, who is on your list, Joe? Who's on your list?
Right.
Gentlemen, I think
this
we've
is
ended
so
this.
unprecedented.
Look, I love it that Donald Trump is giving him the blues. I love it. Like, why you love it, Warren? Because that's what he get. Because I know what he thought. Well, I'm just gonna run in here and take this shit. Cause who not gonna vote for me? Man, stop. Nobody's voting for you, clown. Not the motherfuckers that done woke up. Motherfuckers that done woke up, they not vote for you, bruh. Why would we vote for you? For what? Joe Biden just thought he was just he gonna run off that motherfucking Obama bullshit. that's why he told Donald Trump to shut up. Oh shit, that's funny. Oh man, y'all motherfuckers, man, come on, man. Come on, man, y'all. And here's the thing, too. You ain't seen Joe Biden really go right. You ain't seen him really be interviewed by nobody that's going to press the issue. He's only been interviewed by people that's going to yuck with him and think everything that he say and do is fine. And ain't nobody going to press him on the issues of what he's done to black folk. Y'all ain't notice that? And I'm not telling y'all to go vote for Donald Trump. I'm never telling you to go vote for Donald Trump. But I'll tell you this. I wouldn't vote for no motherfucking Joe Biden. I tell you that right now. Why vote for him? What has he done for black folk? You tell me, what has he done besides lock us up and throw away the motherfucking key? So I don't want to hear that shit. Stop it with the bullshit. Let's see if we can get some more. I just want to play a little bit of audio so y'all can see what the fuck is going on.
Kamala Harris will debate at 9 p.m. Eastern that night. We hope you watch. Until then.
Oh, it's over. All right, let's see. Let me see if I can find some. Because everybody doing this talking. But I just want to see what motherfuckers going to say. Oh, these motherfuckers. Let's see.
Of concerns about coronavirus. And the Cleveland Clinic, which is on Joe Biden.
in the court. And so that's also.
All right, here we go. I'm going to play a little bit of this. We're going to play a little bit of it so you can see you can see why. I'm going to tell you. I'm going to break it down a little bit so you can see exactly what the fuck is going on. Because I'm going hard on this shit because there's so many niggas telling other niggas to go vote. But we finna poke holes in all this shit. I'm not telling you to go vote for Trump. But what I'm telling you is if we get Trump again, it ain't going to be no better than what the fuck it was when Obama was in office. The same amount of niggas got killed when Obama was in office too, and it was publicized. So when Obama was in office, Trayvon Martin got murdered, Philando Castile got smoked, got murdered, Oscar Grant got murdered, Mike Brown got murdered. Shit, I need more? Alton Sterling got murdered. Sandra Bland, who else? Come on, man. Walter Scott, stop. So don't make it seem like he just did. Eric Holder and motherfucking Obama, they didn't want to bring that shit up at all. So let's listen.
Silent. No cheers, no boos or other interruptions, so we, and more importantly you, can focus on what the candidates have to say. No noise except right now as we welcome the Republican nominee, President Trump, and the Democratic nominee, Vice President Biden.
He told him no boos. Cause I know they're supposed to start doing boo.
How you doing, man? I'm ready.
This shit gonna be funny. I'm just gonna play some clips of this
Gentlemen,
shit.
a lot of people have been waiting for this night, so let's get going. Our first subject is the Supreme Court. President Trump, you nominated Amy Coney Barrett over the weekend to succeed the late
A white person.
Ruth Bader Ginsburg on the court.
A white person that was an anti-black racist, Ruth Bader Ginsburg. I don't care if she did die. The old ugly bitch, I'm glad. And I hope she burns in hell because she was a racist motherfucker too, just like the rest of them.
You say the Constitution is clear about your obligation and the Senate's to consider a nominee to the court. Vice President Biden, you say that this is an effort by the president and Republicans to jam through an appointment and what you call an abuse of power. My first question to both of you tonight.
See, he just bullshitting right now.
Why are you right in the argument you make and your opponent wrong? And where do you think a Justice Barrett would take the court? President Trump, in this first segment, you go first, 2 minutes.
Thank you very much, Chris. I will tell you very simply, we won the election. Elections have consequences. We have the Senate, we have the White House, and we have a phenomenal nominee, respected by all, top academic, good in every way,
Basically, she's white. I won. I'm white. We're winning. We've won already. I should pick, and she's white, and I don't give a fuck, and I don't care. I'd rather deal with that than deal with whatever the fuck Joe 94 crime Bill Biden is going to say. Let's see.
Doing this and looking forward to this, Mr. President.
Thank you, Joe.
The American people have a right to have a say in who the Supreme Court.
See, a speech. Look, let me tell you something. The difference between Donald Trump and Joe Biden is, I honestly tell you the truth, I don't even think Donald Trump is reading the script at this point. I think they like, well, fuck, that's how he won the first time. He just did what he did. If you look at his answers, he just, boop, all right. It don't even start off on no speech. It don't start off on nothing. This is what it is. I'm white. I'm rich. Everybody in my cabinet is white. And if I don't fuck with them, I don't give a fuck. They fired. Oh, well. Joe Biden is always a fucking speech. It's always an alligator roll and fucking take you on this fantastic voyage to not even make your point. Watch, you'll see. Listen to this.
Nominee is. And that say occurs when they vote for United States senators and when they vote for the President of the United States. They're not going to get that chance now because we're in the middle of an election already. The election has already started. Tens of thousands of people have already voted. And so the thing that should happen is we should wait. We should wait and see what the outcome of this election is. because that's the only way the American people.
But why do we need to wait on that? Y'all not picking no black person. Y'all definitely not picking nobody that's going to do anything definitive for black folk. So just let him pick that white lady and keep it moving.
Get to express their view is by who they elect as president and who they elect as vice president. Now, what's at stake here is the president's made it clear he wants to get rid of the Affordable Care Act. He's been running on that, he ran on that, and he's been governing on that. He's in the Supreme Court right now trying to get rid of the Affordable Care Act, which will strip 20 million people from having insurance, health insurance.
First of all, if y'all look up Disney, as Disney's having a championship game for the Lakers and Miami Heat, they're getting ready to lay off 12,000 people or some shit like that. Go look up Disney and see how many people they getting ready to fucking lay off. Stop it with the bullshit, man. This insurance shit. He's not paying for no insurance. So why the fuck? Stop acting like you care. This is another thing that black folks need to wake up and understand. When a person speaks up on something, they're not speaking upon it. They're not speaking on it because it's going to benefit you. They're speaking on it because it's going to benefit them and the people around them. Politicians don't pay. They don't pay for health care. That's the problem. You have dominant society white people speaking on behalf of the American people, especially black folk, about health care when their health care is free because they're a politician. So they don't pay for health care. Neither does their family. So why would they really give a fuck about health care for people that's for free? And why are we still talking about health care 30 fucking years later? Why are we still talking about that? Isn't that what Obama ran on for 8 years? Healthcare. You know, when I grew up with his lying ass, he grew up, his name was Barry Soetoro. His stepdad had bank. So I don't understand why we still letting people run this same fucking game about healthcare, which is an alligator role, and you're deflecting from what the fuck they talking about. And I'm not defending Trump, but I'll tell you right now, Trump just straight out told you, I'm picking a white person because she's white. Basically. And I'm white, and we won, and I'm the president, and we won. So, and she's white, and that's who I'm picking. This motherfucker talking about, well, we need to wait because of the Health Care Act and all this other shit. Man, you're babbling.
Now, if it goes into court, and the justice, and I have nothing, I'm not opposed to the justice. She seems like a very fine person. But she's written before she went on the bench, which is her right, that she thinks that the Affordable Care Act is not constitutional. The other thing that's on the court,
and what you did in '94 was unconstitutional too, as you locked up over 550,000 black folk that were foundational black Americans that not only were foundational black Americans, built this country from generations to generations, the last 450 years, and you put that in place to keep us behind the line. That was unconstitutional too, but I don't see nobody talking about that. And the person that's interviewing them or moderating the debate is some control motherfucker that they place right there. Because they're not going to ask real questions. Like, what are you going to do that you didn't do the last 30-some years that you've been in office as a senator? You ain't really done shit. Even as vice president. All those black people got killed. He ain't say shit. He ain't care.
If it's struck down, what happens? Women's rights are fundamentally changed. Once again, a woman could be held...
Trick bag, women's rights.
More money because she has a pre-existing condition of pregnancy. They were able to charge a woman more for the same exact procedure a man gets. And that ended when we, in fact, passed the Affordable Care Act. And there's 100 million people who have pre-existing conditions, and they'll be taken away as well. Those pre-existing conditions, the insurance companies are going to love this. And so it's just not appropriate to do this before this election. If he wins the election and the Senate is Democrat or Republican, then he goes forward. If not, we should wait until February.
All right. There aren't 100 million people with pre-existing conditions. As far as the say is concerned, the people already had their say. Okay, Justice Ginsburg said very powerfully, very strongly, at some point, 10 years ago or so, she said a president and the Senate is elected for a period of time, but a president's elected for 4 years. We're not elected for 3 years. I'm not elected for 3 years. So we have the Senate, we have a president.
He's elected to the next
during
election.
that period of time, we have an opening. I'm not elected for 3 years. I'm elected for 4 years.
The
and the
election's
100
already
million
started.
people, Joe, The 100 million people is totally wrong. I don't know where you got that from. The bigger problem that you have is that you're going to extinguish 180 million people with their private health care that they're very
That's
happy
simply
with.
not true.
Well, you're certainly going to socialist. You're going to socialist medicine.
We're now into, gentlemen, we're now into open discussion.
Open discussion.
Open discussion. Yes, I agree. Go ahead, Vice President.
Number
Biden.
one, he knows that what I proposed.
Look, that's what's so funny. Now, when Joe Biden talked, Donald Trump didn't interrupt him one time. Not one time. This motherfucker. I just think it's hilarious, man. I just think it's hilarious. I really think it's hilarious.
Insulin. I give you an example. Insulin. It was destroying families, destroying people because I'm getting it for so cheap. It's like water, you want to know the truth. So cheap. Take a look at all of the drugs what we're doing, prescription drug prices. We're going to allow our governors now to go to other countries to buy drugs because they pay just a tiny fraction.
As I say, this is open discussion.
No,
let me
but
ask
this
you
is
about,
big.
this
This is big stuff.
Sir, you'll be happy. I'm about to pick up on one of your points to ask the Vice President, which is he points out that you would like to add a public option to Obamacare.
Oh, God. And let me tell y'all something about Obamacare. Obamacare was beneficial to Blue Cross Blue Shield, who Barry Soetoro, a.k.a. Barack Obama, which he changed his last name. His last name was not Obama. It was Soetoro, which they wiped from the goddamn internet because he's a lying bullshit motherfucker like the rest of those presidents. And his dad and everybody, BP Oil, they was all clicked in with motherfucking Blue Cross Blue Shield, which made the most amount of money when Obama was elected to office with that goddamn Obamacare, which forced every other healthcare insurance to lean towards Obamacare because of that. That's why Blue Cross Blue Shield WellPoint made so much goddamn money off that Obamacare, and so do all the other insurances. Stop it. Don't let these people fool you. This ain't, whether it's socialism, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. That's the problem. You got two white people up there discussing shit that affects black folk at the very bottom, but we don't have our own representative, and that's what the problem is. That's why I was playing a little bit of it so you can see exactly how shit go on.
I think we should have closed our country because you thought it was.
Let's see what they're saying right here.
The filibuster or packing the court.
Whatever position I take on that, that'll become the issue. The issue is the American people should speak. You should go out and vote. You're in voting now.
Nah, not for you, motherfucker.
Vote and let your senators know how strongly you feel. Vote now.
Are you gonna pack the
Make
court?
sure you, in fact, let people know you're senator.
Wait, hold on.
Why did you answer that
Because
question?
the question is,
Hold on. First of all, shout out to Shawnee. Shawnee, you about to make me fucking bop my head on this mic. When did pregnancies become a pre-existing illness? Do you see how dumb Joe Biden is and how dumb both of them are? The difference is Donald Trump don't give a fuck. That's what I'm saying. When you're dealing with a person who won because he said how he really felt, and he won off of pure anti-black racism, and all Donald Trump did was put out there how most dominant white society people feel about black folk. That's all he did. That's all he did. Motherfuckers is acting like he's the big bad wolf and all these other anti-black racist white people are nice people. Joe Biden is not a nice person. Joe Biden is the most evil, wicked person I've ever probably seen in my lifetime because he's so able to just smile with black folk and go on black media, social media, and be like, if you don't vote for me, man, then you ain't black. That's bold to say that. See, maybe 30 years ago, you could have got away with it because black folk would have been like, I am black and I'm going to vote for you. Yuck, yuck, yuck. But no, nigga, that don't work with us. That's why his handlers was like, okay, that's it. Joe's got to go and all this other shit because they knew he fucked up saying that shit. And if y'all notice, he never went back on the Breakfast Club ever again. Ever, ever, ever again.
Justice, radical left.
Will you shut up, man?
Listen, who is on your list, Joe?
This
Who's
is
on your
so
list?
All right, gentlemen, I think
This
we've
is
ended
so
this.
He told him to shut up.
Please.
He sends out wishful thinking.
Hold on. He told him to shut up.
Take it away.
No, I want to give
Number
them better
three.
health care at a much lower price because
and by the way, he
Obamacare
doesn't
is
know
no
how.
good.
He doesn't know how
I've
to do
already
that.
fixed it.
He has never
I've
offered
already
a plan.
fixed it to an extent.
He has never done a
as you
single
might
thing.
know, but probably don't.
Gentlemen, you realize
is no
if you're
good,
both
Joe.
speaking at the
It's no
same
good,
time,
and it's too expensive.
let the president go ahead, sir.
Obamacare is no good. We made it better, and I had a choice to make very early on. We took away the individual mandate. We guarantee pre-existing conditions, but took away the individual mandate. Listen, this is the way it is. And that destroyed. They shouldn't even call it Obamacare. Then I had a choice to make. Do I let my people run it really?
And let me tell you, the reason why he said they shouldn't even call it Obamacare, because it's not Obamacare. It's politician care. It's politician care because a whole bunch of politicians voted for that before Obama got into office. They just tacked his name onto it. This was going on before he was even thought of.
Well, or badly. If I run it badly, they'll probably blame him, but they'll blame me. But more importantly, I want to help people, okay? I said, you got to run it so well.
That's what he's
and I
known
just
for.
had a meeting with them. They said, the problem is no matter how well you run Obamacare, it's a disaster. It's too expensive. Premiums are too high, and it doesn't work.
So
we do want to get rid of it. Chris, we want to get rid of it.
I understand it, sir, but I have to give you roughly equal time.
Good.
Please let the vice president talk.
Good.
He has no plan for health care.
Of course we do.
Please.
And neither do you, clown.
He sends out wishful thinking. He has executive orders that have no power. He hasn't lowered drug costs for anybody. He's been promising a health care plan since he got elected. He has none, like almost everything else he talks about. He does not have a plan. He doesn't have a plan. And the fact is, this man doesn't know what he's talking about.
All right.
He's
I have one final question for you,
Sure.
Mr. Vice President. If Senate Republicans, we were talking originally about the Supreme Court here, if Senate Republicans go ahead and confirm Justice Barrett, there has been talk about ending the filibuster or even packing the court, adding to the 9 justices there. You call this a distraction by the president, but in fact it wasn't brought up by the president. It was brought up by some of your Democratic colleagues.
Thank you. Because Joe, 94 crime Bill Biden, that motherfucker see now. And I don't even think he know what the fuck is really going on. Because I do remember. They brought the Democrats. Look, the Democrats have went out of their way to use black coons and Sambos to make Donald Trump the boogeyman. And then if you notice, every white person that get up, that's all they do is talk about how racist he is. But they never talk about how racist they are in their own party. Why isn't nobody ever questioned the Democratic Party about Ed Buck? Nobody.
In the Congress. So my question to you is, you have refused in the past to talk about it. Are you willing to tell the American people tonight whether or not you will support either ending the filibuster or packing the court?
Whatever position I take on that, that'll become the issue. The issue is the American people should speak. You should go out and vote. You're in voting now. Vote and let your...
Please don't go vote. And I'm telling you, don't even vote down the ballot. See what the fuck is going on first and step back and just watch. You can afford to miss one year of election. Just watch. Don't even go vote. Just watch and sit back and see what the fuck is going on.
Senators know how strongly you feel. Vote now.
Are you gonna pack the
Make
court?
sure you, in fact, let people know
He doesn't
you're
wanna
a
answer the
senator.
question.
I'm not going to answer the question
Why
because
wouldn't you answer that
because
question?
the question is
Supreme Court justice,
the
radical
question.
left.
Will you
Who
shut
is
up, man?
Listen, who is on your list, Joe?
This is
He told him to shut up. Have y'all ever heard somebody tell, man, would you shut up? You know why? Because he wants to read the script and Donald Trump don't give a fuck. And let me repeat, I'm not voting for no motherfucking Donald Trump, and I ain't voting for no clown-ass Joe Biden either. None of them motherfuckers is getting my vote, because none of those motherfuckers is talking about no black agenda. So why the fuck am I participating in it? So fuck all that. But I'm playing this shit so y'all can see how much theater is in it. And since Donald Trump does not really want to partake in a lot of the theater back and forth the way they want, that's why he's like, would you just shut up? Because they know exactly what he's doing. He don't give a fuck. He's just going to run off. I'm telling you, if the Republicans were smart, they'd just let him do what he did the last time. And I guarantee you he'll win. If he just started telling the truth about certain bullshit, like, man, Donald, all you got to do is do the same thing he did with Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton was sending all those bogus emails. And that's all he did was bring that shit up about that bitch the whole fucking time. And people was looking at her side eye like, bitch, what the fuck was you doing? And then when the bitch lost, she didn't even want to concede. I watched the shit. I was laughing. They came out and told people to go home and we going to wait. And don't worry, we're not going to stop until every vote is counted. Donald Trump kicked her ass in the goddamn general election. And this bitch was still talking about, well, we're going to count every vote again. Bitch, you lost. Because he told the truth about your ass. All you got to do is tell the truth about Joe Biden. That's it. I would just say, Joe, you've been in office for 40, 50 years. And all you did was put over 550,000 black people in prison for your 94 crime bill. You've never done anything for anyone. That's all he can say. And that'll shut their whole fucking party down. I'm pretty sure he's going to say it eventually.
All right, gentlemen, I think we've ended this.
He's going to pack the court.
We have
not going to give a list.
We have ended this segment. We're going to move on to the second segment.
That was really a productive segment, wasn't it? Keep yapping, man.
The people understand, Joe. 47 years, you've done nothing.
Oh, what did I just say? This is the first time I watched it. I said, the nigga been in office for 40 fucking years, and he's done nothing. And you like, oh, well, Warren, it sounds like you. No. What I'm telling you is, don't vote for either one of them. The difference is, we know what you're getting with Donald Trump. See, I like my racists overt, upfront, honest. We don't serve nigga pies here. We don't deal with niggas around here. That's what I like. I like them. I don't like this new and improved anti-black racist who come amongst us. Vladislav, Vladimir. You know how Vlad does. He comes around and says, my dad came over here in the country, and I think that they should give black folks reparations. And if they should be in the form of free education. Oh, free education, but not no money, so they don't have to go on your show and prostitute their own culture for a white Ashkenazi Khazarian Jew. Because that's what you are. And people got to stop fucking with them. Unsubscribe, don't fuck with that motherfucker. Go fuck with Lord Jamar and Godfrey. Go fuck with everybody else, but why everybody fucking with him? That's the problem. Because motherfuckers will... People think because Joe Biden was with Barack Obama that somehow, some way he was good. You know what? I thought that way too in 2008. Like, yeah, Joe Biden, man, yeah, he for us. But as time went on, I was like, well, they ain't said shit about no black folk. Like, fuck all the poverty shit. You notice they talking about everything else but what pertains to us. They ain't talking about how you gonna fight poverty. They can change that tomorrow. Boop. All they gotta do is snap their fingers, but they ain't never thought about change. They don't give a fuck about no poverty. This is a capitalistic society. It's about capitalism. And anti-black racism is right in between that, because guess what? You don't get no capitalism and black folk don't build this country for free. That's why they just do the banana neglect, act like niggas don't even exist. That's why the white person that's moderating the shit, he ain't bring up not one question about black folk. Not one. We built the country, but not one. You ain't got to bring up reparations. What's your specific agenda to help out black folks? You know, they've been roughly making a lot of noise about reparations. What's your agenda? At that, throw both of them off. But the difference is, I bet you Donald Trump, all he'll do is be like, I've done more for black folks than any other president has since they've been in office. So we already know what he's going to say, but watch you see Joe Biden bounce, rock, and roller skate and be in that bullshit. Trust and believe.
It is. And that destroyed, they shouldn't even call it Obamacare. Then I had a choice to make. Do I let my people run it really well or badly? Yeah. If I run it badly, they'll probably blame him, but they'll blame me. But more importantly, I want to help people, okay? I said, you got to run it so well.
That's what
and I just had a meeting with them. They said, the problem is no matter how well you run Obamacare, it's a disaster. It's too expensive, premiums are too high, and it doesn't work. So we do want to get rid of it. Chris, we want to get rid of it.
I understand it, sir, but I have to give you roughly equal time.
Good.
Please let the Vice President talk.
Good.
He has no plan for health care.
Of course we do.
He sends out wishful thinking. He has executive...
No, we already heard that. We don't need that shit, no.
We got the gowns, we got the masks, we made the ventilators. You wouldn't have made ventilators, and now we're weeks away from a vaccine. We're doing therapeutics already. Fewer people are dying when they get sick. Far fewer people are dying. We've done a great job. The only thing I haven't done a good job, and that's because of the fake news. No matter what you say to them, they give you bad press on it. It's just fake news. They give you good press. They give me bad press because that's the way it is, unfortunately. But let me just tell you something. I don't care. I've gotten used to it. But I'll tell you, Joe, you could never have done the job that we did. You don't have it in your blood. You could have never done that job.
I know how to do the job. I know how to get the job
Well, you didn't do
done.
very well in swine flu. H1N1, you were a disaster. Your own chief of staff said you were a disaster.
14,000 people died, not 200,000. There was no
very-
economic recession.
Sir, you made a
There
far
was,
less
there was no
lethal
recession.
disease.
you made a
by the
point. Let him answer.
And there was we didn't shut down the economy. This is his economy he shut down. The reason it's shut down is because, look, you folks at home, how many of you got up this morning and had an empty chair at the kitchen table because someone died of COVID?
Stop it, Joe Biden. That's not what's going on. Niggas have pre-existing illnesses, and then when they pass away, oh, they died from COVID. It's so many doctors that already came out and said that's some bogus bullshit, so stop it.
How many of you were in a situation where you lost your mom or dad and you couldn't even speak to them? You had a nurse holding a phone up so you could, in fact, say goodbye.
You would have lost far
How
more
many
people.
people?
Far
That is-
more people.
Oh my
And,
God.
and by the way,
months late.
your own,
You were
his
months behind me,
his
Joe.
own CDC director says we could lose as many as another 200,000 people between now and the end of the year. And he held up. He said, if we just wear a mask, we can save half those numbers. Just a mask. And by the way, in terms of the whole notion of a vaccine, we're for a vaccine, but I don't trust him at all, nor do you. I know you don't. What we trust is a scientist.
You don't
we
trust
Dr.
Johnson
Fauci.
& Johnson, Pfizer?
Y'all got to listen to what it's saying. He said, so you don't trust Johnson & Johnson and Pfizer, which are one of the biggest, those are the biggest pharmaceutical companies out. Pfizer. I got stock in Pfizer. So stop it. And you notice he just kept on talking because those are lobbyists who probably put money in your back pocket, Mr. Biden. So don't front. Oh, and Johnson & Johnson was the one, what happens when you use Johnson & Johnson's baby powder? It gives you cancer, ain't it? Right. Stop.
Okay,
By the way,
gentlemen, let me move on to questions about the future because you both have touched on two of the questions I'm going to ask. Focusing on the future first, President Trump, you have repeatedly either contradicted or been at odds with some of your government's own top scientists. The week before last, the head of the Centers for Disease Control, Dr. Redfield, said it would be summer before the vaccine would become generally available to the public. You said that he was confused and mistaken. Those were your two words.
Yeah.
But Dr. Slaoui, the head of your Operation Warp Speed, has said exactly the same thing. Are they both wrong?
Well, I've spoken to the companies, and we can have it a lot sooner. It's a very political thing because people like this would rather make it political than save lives. It is a very political thing. I've spoken
Oh, man, this is great. I love it. This is great.
to Nancy Pelosi.
Well, he's just shush for a minute.
Nancy Pelosi and Schumer,
by the
Brian
way,
Chuck.
Nancy Pelosi and Schumer, they have a plan. He won't even meet with them. The Republicans won't meet with him in the
Okay.
Senate. And he sits on his golf course. And I mean, literally, think about it.
You probably play
think
more than
about
I
it.
do, Jim.
What about this question of reopenings? And
Okay, I can't do it no more. Look, I just played that so we can understand how much theater it is. Deflection all over the place. Both sound childish. Exactly. The one thing I wanted y'all to understand is you notice how Donald Trump said, you've been in office for 47 years and you've done nothing. And the motherfucker just skipped right over that. And the reason why is because he ain't done shit but put niggas in prison. And then when they asked him about it before, the nigga said black people came to him and begged him to do this to other black people. Stop it. Vote Scam. Remember that. There's a book called Vote Scam. I want to get that book. That's one of my next books I want to get. Vote Scam. And it'll tell you all about the voting process and what the fuck they've been doing the last umpteen years. This shit is not for you. It's not meant for you. You need to look at the political process just like the corporate plantation. If you move up and keep the door open and let as many niggas as you can in. Don't be a bad gatekeeper and close it because you don't like an oppositional nigga. See, we gotta stop that too. We treat motherfuckers like what we do is gold, what they do is shit. Instead of being like, well, fuck it. We may not agree, but we can agree to disagree. We have to be on code. That's why I brought up Vladislav. You say all this bullshit about the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, and niggas still gonna go up there and interview with him. No, as a code, we should be like, nah, bro. Cause y'all be on code with y'all Jewish people, so no, we ain't fucking with you. I bet you if every black person stopped fucking with Black Vlad TV, period, and he had to interview a whole bunch of white people, eventually he would make no money because nobody wants to listen to old, fat, white, Russian, Ashkenazi, Khazarian Jews. Nobody wants to listen to them. Nobody cares. They're not interesting. Nobody wants to, unless you're airing out their dirty laundry and how they're using our culture to appropriate it and make money off it and be a bloodsucker of the poor. Liar Cohen and all the rest of them motherfuckers. See, that's the only time motherfuckers watch. We'll watch niggas when it's controversy. Niggas all trying to put each other against each other. Some nigga on my Twitter, some nigga on my Twitter was like trying to tell me, whoever was supporting the FBA conference and all that, he's a scammer and all this other stuff. I'm like, bruh, this man done did 5 DVDs. Well-renowned. I mean, just probably the best documentary series of our era, of this era. And you up here talking about this nigga's a scammer. Man, nigga, why you pocket watching him? Now that's some moist shit. And I was like, bro, I don't have time to be looking at his pockets. Hey, if I don't want to participate, I have a right to just be like, well, I'm not buying that. And you could just walk away before a motherfucker to get mad and be like, well, you scamming the system. And it's like, nigga, what the fuck are you on? And I had to tweet this dude back, bro, for you to be, as a man, you got to conduct yourself a little different. I get it. Because a lot of these niggas that be on this social media, they didn't have no dad around. I get it. I was the same way. But you got to navigate and know how to move within this system. And there's just certain things you don't do. Now, you only pocket watch when it's directly involving your money that you put into something. And that's when you can check a nigga's pockets. But other than that, going off some he said, she said, you don't know what the fuck Tariq Nasheed is doing with his bread and how much money he's putting behind a lot of this shit. I just think a lot of people, they focus on shit that don't matter. And if you a man focus on another man's pockets to that extreme, that's some moist behavior. And you need to check your insecurities. That's a fact. And we need to get on code and settle that behind closed doors and not be trying to go on social media and listen to other people because other people have issues with certain people. It's like, bro, y'all need to stop that shit, man. Because you don't never see Jews be on social media airing out each other's dirty laundry. No, they don't care. You know why? Because most white people, as Neely Fuller Jr. talks about, when you see 2 white people arguing, don't pick a side because they're not arguing about replacing the system of racism, white supremacy, and establishing the system of justice. They're just arguing about who's the bigger slave master. That's cold as fuck. So I'd leave y'all with that shit, man. Know who the fuck you are. I told somebody that today. I said, look, bro, if you think you gonna be on this court plantation and think niggas ain't gonna talk shit about you, then you sadly mistaken. I said, I know motherfuckers talk shit about me, but I don't give a fuck because I know who I am. And I know what my purpose is. I'm starting to learn my purpose every day. And I know it ain't moving up some system and sure thing, Tom, because I know exactly what you mean, man. Like, yeah, I watched that Laker game, man. LeBron was on fire, bro. No, bro, that's not me. That's a fact. Wait, stay up, man. Thanks for the live stream today. I laughed and cried at the same time because those 2 clowns can't be our only options. Exactly. That's why that's the problem. Because we really think that Donald Trump is the bad guy and Joe Biden represents black folks really well. And black folks really think that. That's why I did this podcast. I said, I got to do it, man, because this is crazy. This shit blows my mind. And then you got niggas talking to Cardi B. Now, the first thing I would say to my black folks is, that's what y'all get for taking pride and pleasure and enjoyment in watching these 2 bitches talk about they wet ass pussy. Well, apparently wet ass pussy don't get you not shot in your pinky toe, bitch. And then the other wet ass pussy ain't get a nigga from stopping to go fuck another wet ass pussy. So that should let you know. These are 2 bitches that can't even keep a man. And that was not the time or the place to come out with some shit like that. So I'm just telling y'all, we need to know what it is, understand what's going on, and we have to move forward as a unit. Go read Black Labor, White Wealth by Dr. Claude Anderson. Go read all his books. I got the library pack. Go get it. Know what it is, man. Know where you going. Know where it is. Each one teach 21. Understand what it is. Go back. Just listen to Donald Trump and listen to them. The shit is funny. It's comical to me. Because you got one that's blatantly don't give a fuck and saying what the fuck come to his head. And then you got one motherfucker just clearly done recited a speech over and over in his head of what he's going to say. And he's so mad that he can't do what that motherfucker's doing. Because Joe Biden is not for black folk. That's why I played that shit. To be a constant reminder. And if you know anybody that's going to go vote in your city, in your town, play them this goddamn podcast and be like, bro, you need to really, really listen to this shit. Not that Warren knows what we talking about. Nigga, I know a lot more than that. The average motherfucker when it comes. First of all it takes is common sense. Whack ass pussy. Hey, I'm using that shit. I think I'm about to go make a shirt that say that. WAP stands for whack ass pussy. And had both of those bitches' pictures next to it. Because that's the problem. Just like they had some type of commercial about these bitches stripping, talking about y'all need to get off the pole, go get off this pole, go to the real pole, and go vote. Take your booty down to the pole. I'm like, damn. Because the Democratic Party think black folks are so fucking dumb. Because most black folks go with the okie doke. They go with whatever these motherfuckers tell them. That's exactly why the Democrats could get on TV with some kente cloth and kneel and thinking that that's going to cater and pander to black folk. No, pander to black folks is talking about reparations, giving us the money that you owed us for the last 450 years. And you notice the person that's moderating is white, and they never ask a single question about race. Well, Warren, why is it got to be about race? Because we built this country. I can't go to Mexico and not talk about Mexicans. So you want me to go to Mexico, run for office in Mexico, and I don't talk about the Latino brothers and sisters that built that country? Stop. Y'all fucking insane. But only in the United States of America. Only in the United. That's why I always talk about the Latino brothers and sisters, how they learn how to work together for a common goal. And they're normally on code with each other, whether they like each other or not. We got to be like that. You can learn from that. That's why when I was having this conversation today, I said, man, once you know who you are, you know what it is, you know exactly, like, nah, man, like, I'm not finna subject myself to that to appease anyone, because it's about appeasing myself and making sure I have confidence in what I'm doing. That's why I think more people should learn how to start a business than getting up and going to work. If we got a whole bunch of workers, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, this economy is fucked up, but you gotta, I think beyond that. And it's fucked up because trust me, getting off the corporate plantation that's my dream, straight up. And I hope everybody feels that way. Because there ain't no reason to me for us to stop with the bullshit and start teaching the people behind us, hey, open up your own business, man, and work for yourself. You don't want to be working at no clown-ass corporate plantation for 40 years and you ain't got nothing accomplished in your personal life. Because, you go on that corporate plantation, these people move up these corporate fictitious seats of power, but then their home life is all in shambles. I don't want to be that. And I don't want none of my black folk to be that either. And I don't want no coons and no sambos either. That's why I'm telling y'all, go vote. It's a scam. Vote literally means to wish. So go ahead and go vote. The lesser of the two evils. Those are the only options that they gave us. So I'm telling you right now, you need to wake up and say, man, nah, fuck all that vote. Maybe we should just be easy on that shit. And if a nigga is pressing you, like, man, you need to go vote, break it down to him and say, vote for what? What have they done for black folks? What has voting got black folks? And then when they start spouting all this bullshit, say, but black folks built the country. So shouldn't we have and be entitled to a lot more than what they've done for us? And shouldn't we have our own representative and our own political party? Why is our political party got to be white people representing us? Why can't be black folks representing us? Oh, we're only good as long as imaginary. Wakanda forever. So we can Wakanda forever, RIP to Chadwick Boseman, but we can't have our own real representative. You know a lot of reason to that? Because your destiny and your future is in the hands of the dominant white society. So you don't want to ruffle any feathers. And I understand that. Because I'm not asking nobody to go on their corporate plantation and tell their boss, fuck you. Nah. But what you can do is move in silence and not tell everybody what the fuck you doing, man. Hey, man, if you're a coon or a sambo, guilty, nigga. If you understand what voting is about, I fuck with you. Hey, man, I'm your boy, Warren G. Been clown sucker free. You already know what it is. This is No I Don't Know TV. Shout out to Nuke and Shawnee and everybody else. Hey, man, I just thought I'd hit y'all up. I'll probably be on here on Thursday, man. I'm out. Peace.